So we have got this frameworks imposed on the history of India, the colonial, Eurocentric, missionary, socialist, Marxist. And over here, the driving motivation was Christianity is the only true religion superior to the white Europeans. For these two, by destroying the old order, you can get a classless utopia. In India, the old order was Hinduism. So by destroying that, you can get a classless utopia. That drives their motivation. In the meantime, they all have similar interests over here, upholding the Bible chronology, showing Hindus as primitive, backward, superior to white Europeans, promoting Christianity, subaltern studies, oppressor oppressed conflict dynamics, class conflicts, claiming victimhood, and all of these kind of things. But we are caught in the crossfire. Our identity has been utterly perverted by these people, and we don't recognize who we are. In their narrations of who we are and our ancestors are, we can't recognize ourselves over here. The false narrative that Aryans invaded India from Central Asia in 1500 BCE, they were nomads who did not even have a script, right? They only had an oral tradition, so they were illiterate people, and they destroyed the superior civilization of Harappa. India had to wait for 1000 years for civilization to return to Magadha after Magadha made contact with the Greeks. This is not my line, this is straight from NCRT textbooks. That's what it says. So when Magadha made contact with the Greeks, suddenly we got the Brahmi script, we got Ashokan edicts and other things, and we became civilized overnight in 300 BCE. Then they say, you have not had enough time for knowledge gestation and generation in mathematics, astronomy, medicine. So if you have advanced knowledge like Surya Siddhanta, Shushruta Samhita, and things like that, you must have learned it from the earlier civilizations, people like the Babylonians, Greeks, and so on. That is the way they position all of these things. So in this cartoonish image, we have the Aryans from Central Asia who brought Sanskrit into India. We have Brahmi, the script that came from Aramaic, a Semitic script from the Levant into India. Astronomy came from the Babylonians into India. The Greeks taught us math and sciences. Turkic Muslims got us culture, cuisine, architecture, music, and civilization. The British got us science, technology, and rational thought. And Bhakti was taught to us by Saint Thomas, who landed in Muziris. So these are the kind of things that are there to the present day. And what we see is there's a denial of agency in history. We don't have the adhikara to write our own history. And if we were to go and suggest that this has to be changed, we are pigeonholed as fascists or Hindutva or whatever nonsense you have you. But this has led to a gross distortion of the identity of Indians and a growing divisive forces based on spurious ideologies. I call it a criminal distortion of the history of the Indian civilization.